There's a new fresh twist in the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister saga, and this is one that's come out of nowhere. BJP firebrand Member of Parliament from Gorakhpur, Yogi Adityanath, has now emerged as the surprise frontrunner for the Chief Minister's post. According to sources, the BJP is likely to elect two Deputy Chief Ministers in Uttar Pradesh, for which Keshav Prasad Maurya and Dinesh Sharma's names have been proposed. BJP leaders arrived at the Lucknow airport a while ago, including Yogi Adityanath, for the legislature meet and got a rousing welcome at the Lucknow airport. Sources have also told India Today that Manoj Sinha, a central minister who was earlier the frontrunner, will not visit the capital city of Lucknow and has returned to Varanasi and is soon expected to fly back to Delhi, deepening the ever-growing suspense over who the next Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh will be. The BJP legislature party meeting is likely to begin at any moment, which will give a final verdict on the BJP's UP chief ministerial face.
Slogan hearing in his favor.
विधायक दल की बैठक के बाद बात करेंगे। विधायक दल की बैठक के बाद विधायक दल की बैठक के बाद बात करेंगे।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी विधानमंडल दल की बैठक के बाद पार्टी का संसदीय बोर्ड उचित फैसला करेगा। न मेरा कोई दावा है, न मैं इस रेस में हूँ। हमारे पार्टी के जिलाध्यक्ष की माता जी का निधन हुआ था। मेरा पूर्व निर्धारित कार्यक्रम था। मैं वाराणसी आया, सुबह संकट मोचन भगवान का दर्शन करके और अध्यक्ष जी के यहाँ हूँ। ये अनावश्यक रूप से कुछ लोग क्यों ये खबर चला रहे हैं, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के विधानमंडल दल की बैठक के बाद संसदीय बोर्ड फैसला करेगा, उचित फैसला करेगा।
All right, that was Manoj Sinha there speaking. His name a little down as far as the charts are concerned. In these tantalizing final moments, it appears that Yogi Adityanath's name is now being spoken of in a louder voice than the other two names, Keshav Prasad Maurya as well as Manoj Sinha. Manoj Sinha is apparently expected to be dashing back to Delhi from Varanasi. He won't be going to Lucknow. But the man in those pictures on your screen right before the one that's in the pink there is of course Manoj Sinha. But Yogi Adityanath, the diminutive figure of Yogi Adityanath, a controversial, contentious character with a lot of baggage, is now being spoken of as the next Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Will that formal announcement come anytime soon? We're waiting to see when that happens. We're going to be joined by reporters from Lucknow in just a short while from now. But in the meantime, I want to bring in Sharad Pradhan, our senior journalist who's with us from our Lucknow studios for more on this. Mr. Pradhan, you were telling us about the message that the choice of Yogi Adityanath would send out. Take us through what the considerations could possibly be, Mr. Pradhan, to arrive at such a decision.
Well, I don't see, by hand-picking somebody like Yogi Adityanath, BJP would sending a message that it is in for rabid Hindutva politics. And I don't think it is the requirement of the day, because they've already...
To interrupt you, we're just getting some live reactions from BJP leaders. I just want to quickly... Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Pradhan, please continue. Please continue.
Yeah. So you see, it is the message that the BJP, on one hand, Modi is talking of providing good governance, sabka saath, sabka vikas. How on earth can somebody like Yogi Adityanath foot that bill? Because, neither is he known, first of all, he's never held any position in governance. The most raw hand, unless Mr. Amit Shah, yes, he's very fond of Mr. Amit Shah is very fond of him, unless Mr. Amit Shah wants to run UP with his remote, which will be a huge blunder. And if they goof up in UP, mind you, the 2019 will be a disaster. It cannot, as far as UP is concerned, and they can't afford to goof up, because 2019 is extremely crucial for Modi, and it is already on a platter lying for them, and they bring in somebody who's going to cause them more harm than good. So logically, I don't see this happening unless there are no political compulsions to bring him in. unless they are, he has so much nuisance value that they are going to get, blackmailed by him, which he has known to have done in the past. Whether the earlier leadership prior to Narendra Modi and even in Modi's time in 2014, he put up rebel candidates against the BJP. And because he has tremendous command over his electorate in Gorakhpur and around, that's all, not the rest of the state. It's a misnomer that he's a popular leader across the state. And then as far as governance is concerned, I mean, nothing whatsoever to do remotely to do with governance.
Okay.
So UP, they have to provide extremely good governance, clean governance, which is what people look up to Modi for. And if they fail to do that, how are they going to, retain what they have gained? Once you are at the peak of power, the law of diminishing returns begins. And if you to sustain that, it is extremely important for you to deliver. And delivering is possible only with a clean image, a firm administrator, and a man with a balance who can provide that.
Okay.
Therefore, I don't agree with this at all. Unless there is some serious compulsions on Modi, there would be, and Modi, there's no reason why Modi should be under anybody's compulsion. There's one man who has taken BJP to a historic win, which probably is the first time in the history and probably never again. So,
okay.
I don't subscribe to that logic of Yogi Adityanath being made, because that is only inviting trouble.
Okay, you're saying that it only invites trouble. We should, of course, clarify to our viewers that the official decision has not been taken just yet. We're still, technically in the realm of speculation. There is source-based information coming in to some of our reporters. There are other channels who've gone ahead and confirmed it, but we, of course, will only do that once there is a categorical announcement or a confirmation that we can have that is beyond deniability that one person or the other is going to be the chief minister. I want to bring in Ajit Jha and Javed Ansari as well in just a moment, but I want to quickly get in a word from Mausami Singh, who's on the ground. These are live pictures from the Lok Bhavan in Lucknow, where Mausami is right now, in fact, where that meeting is apparently taking place. Mausami, has that meeting begun?
Shiv, actually we are where the meeting is taking place, and this is the VVIP guest house. You can see that BJP workers are parked outside. Yogi Adityanath's car and as well as Keshav Prasad Maurya's car has just stopped here. The meeting is going on inside. Venkaiah Naidu is actually in a closed door meeting with the BJP leaders along with Bhupendra Yadav. We just saw Bhupendra come out and head inside from that door. So an high adrenaline rush as far as this entire episode, this political saga of finding the chief minister is concerned. BJP workers are holding their breath in anticipation. Every worker wants their leader to become the chief minister, but nobody is saying it. 2 out of 5 BJP workers would rarely take the name. Mostly everybody is silent, talking about the BJP leadership should decide. Let's take in a word from all the BJP workers who are parked outside. तो आप बताइए कौन बन रहा है मुख्यमंत्री?
योगी आदित्यनाथ जी महाराज।
कौन बन रहा है?
योगी आदित्यनाथ जी महाराज। योगी आदित्यनाथ जी महाराज। योगी आदित्यनाथ जी महाराज। योगी आदित्यनाथ।
आप पीछे से क्या बोल रहे हैं?
श्री मनोज सिन्हा जी बनेंगे।
कौन बन रहा है?
1001% योगी आदित्यनाथ जी महाराज बनेंगे। पूरे जी एक युवाओं की मांग है।
यूपी का सिर्फ केशव प्रसाद मौर्य, सिर्फ केशव प्रसाद मौर्य।
पार्टी जिसे तय करेगी वही भी फाइनल मोहर लगना बाकी है। केशव प्रसाद मौर्य।
So now, Shiv, the balance is hanging heavily in favor of Yogi Adityanath. If we do a random check of BJP workers, 8 out of 10 people are taking the name of Yogi Adityanath. So clearly, the meeting is taking place here. They are supposed to head to the Lok Bhavan, which is about 10 to 15 minutes from here, where the crucial meeting of all the MLAs is supposed to take place. Here, all the top leadership of Uttar Pradesh is actually meeting. Yogi Adityanath, Keshav Prasad Maurya, Kalraj Mishra, Venkaiah Naidu, along with Bhupendra Yadav, and even Anupriya Patel is here to discuss her cabinet ministers in the UP Assembly. So clearly the BJP keeping the cards close to its heart before they actually pronounce their judgment.
All right, well, the cards are still very much close to at least two people's chests, because everybody else appears to be up in the air at this point of time, Mausami, because you're there at the VVIP guest house in Lucknow. The people who could be the next, the person who could be the next chief minister is right there in that building behind Mausami. Many of the people she spoke to, you know, chanting the name of Yogi Adityanath, but there are other names. There are names like Manoj Sinha, there are names like Keshav Prasad Maurya that are still very much in in the race. And let's be very, very clear, you know, at the end of the day, there can be source-based information about a person, but ultimately there have been times in the past where decisions have reflected something else entirely. So until it finally happens, you know, the show isn't over until the fat lady sings. In this particular case, it's until Narendra Modi and Amit Shah sing. They perhaps have already sung. A decision is likely to have already been taken. So will that meeting now only be a formality? Javed, is that meeting of the BJP MLA simply a formality now? Has the decision already been taken?
Well, I do believe a decision has been taken, and they will go through the motions at this meeting. The meeting where Moshmi is at the VIP guest house is of the top leaders. This is not the legislator party meeting. The legislator party meeting will happen at the BJP office, which is bang opposite the Vidhan Sabha. Once they've taken all the top leaders into conference, even Anupriya Patel is there because she's an integral part of the coalition there. Once all the leaders are on board, then they will proceed together to the meeting so that there's nothing unsavory happens at the meeting, and then, you know, they will begin.
So it happens smoothly then.
So it happens smoothly. The process will then begin at the BJP. At the legislator party meeting, which will happen at the BJP headquarters. Mausami,
did any of those leaders have anything to say when they entered the VVIP guest house? I know you tried valiantly to try and get some of those people on camera when they were coming out from the airport. But, you know, were they similarly very shy when they tried to duck into the VVIP guest house? Or, you know, was there anybody who said anything off camera or anything like that? Mausami, can you hear me?
Yeah, Shiv, could you please repeat your question?
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, we saw you trying to get in a word from some of those leaders when they were coming out of the airport. But did any of them say anything when they were going into the guest house? Anything off the record, off camera, you know, a smile or a namaste, anything that gave away what their mental state is right now? Mausami is right outside the VVIP guest house there. We've got our guests here. We're live with our best vantage point, our cameras fixed on the VVIP guest house as well as the Lok Bhavan, where the BJP legislature party meeting, the MLAs will be meeting in just a short while from now. Decision's been taken. Let's not kid ourselves. A decision has been taken. It's just a matter of a formality of it being announced officially.